Hello, my name is Jill. I'm a certified athletic trainer working in the secondary school setting and serve on the advisory committee for the Iowa Concussion Consortium. The Iowa Concussion Consortium is a program of the Brain Injury Alliance of Iowa and built with partnerships across the state of Iowa. For purpose of disclosure, for the record of the ICC, the BIAIA or myself have a financial conflict to disclose. ICC is funded in part through private donations, community foundation grants, and programs and services through the Iowa Department of Public Health. Specific funding statements may be found at www.biaia.org. The content of this presentation is not intended to be substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Always seek the advice of your physician or other qualified healthcare providers with any questions you may have regarding a medical condition. Never disregard professional medical advice or delay in seeking it because of something you have heard in this presentation. Today, I'm going to share with you one way our program can build a concussion team, or your program can build a concussion team. There are many ways your concussion team can work together based on your resources and contributors. Referencing the REIT manual, which the most current up-to-date manual can be found on the www.biaia.org website, an endorsed program by the Iowa Department of Public Health and Iowa Department of Education. We see the importance of building a concussion team within the school district and/or individual schools. School districts that employ a school nurse and an athletic trainer or a contract for these services can ensure there is an opportunity for these professionals to gather and get to know each other and develop a professional working relationship. Administration, such as an athletic director, may establish opportunities for introductions and provide clear expectations of a working relationships and duties under concussion management policies and protocols. There should be an established way of maintaining contact and keeping each other updated. As concussion team members communicate, they can establish the understanding of their roles on a concussion management team. Each can establish their understanding of a concussion, comfort level in managing concussion, including continuing education, diagnosis, treatment planning, and management of recovery. Key contributors can establish their role with the student as well as define any obligations they may have to their license or state laws. For example, as a certified athletic trainer, if I am aware of any signs or symptoms of a concussion occurring, I am required to remove a student athlete from activities for further evaluation. That student cannot return without clearance. Within a concussion team, it will be critical to establish a communication plan. Per HIPAA, FERPA, within this communication needs to be the understanding of confidentiality. You may consider your communication to be email, phone calls, in-person meetings, or short text messages. For our concussion team, our school nurse communicates with the school administration, the students, teachers, and staff members that need to be aware of that student's specific condition. As the athletic trainer, I have responsibilities to communicate with the student's doctor, coaches, legal guardians, and any other healthcare professionals assisting in the care of the student's concussion management and recovery. Because no injury or recovery is the same, it is so important that the nurse and I communicate daily to provide updates to our respective groups and work together with our teams to support the development of accommodations or adjustments in the classroom. The school nurse has an opportunity to provide general education to teachers about the brain injury, signs and symptoms that may accompany these injuries, as well as the mental health symptoms a student may experience during the recovery process. Students may need accommodations or adjustments in their classroom as well as in their classwork. This may not and likely will not reach the level of needing a 504 plan or an IEP plan, as these adjustments will occur over a matter of days and weeks during the recovery process. A school nurse may be able to support a teacher on examples of how to best develop adjustments to address the specific signs and symptoms of the student's concussion. An athletic trainer can provide education to the student, coaches, legal guardians, and teammates on brain injury, signs and symptoms, as well as the recovery process, ensuring emphasis on individualized recovery and working toward optimizing opportunities for a return to 100% baseline so that the student may begin steps for the return to play protocol. We know that 80 to 90% of concussions will resolve within 3 to 4 weeks. And although we know some will obviously take a little longer to heal. Depending on your school's environment, you may be able to have your key contributors of your concussion team, your nurse or your athletic trainer, evaluate your concussed student is attending 100% of classes and evaluate a symptom checklist with the student periodically. Determinations with the legal guardian and medical professionals should also be made on if the student is able to drive, attend school all day, or if symptoms increased, need rest breaks. As a reminder, students should not be participating in practices in any extracurricular activity or physical education activities until they have completed the return to learn process and goes through the return to play protocol. Because each injury and recovery response is unique in the adjustments in a student's day must be individualized. Every teacher has the ability to make adjustments for a student day to day in their recovery and should be based on the student's symptoms as well as recovery process. It is important for all involved to understand that each student experiencing concussion will heal at a different rate. A school nurse and an athletic trainer can be available to provide support with education, researching, and providing information about the symptoms, adjustments, and supporting communication. Above all, please remember there is no magic cure for a brain injury, and the symptoms will be the guide to your student's recovery. Everyone involved must understand that the student's return to the classroom and formalized return to learn plan must support the student to return to 100% back to his or her baseline before the student can begin any return to play activities. In conclusion, while every concussion team may look different, ours has formed with the school nurse and an athletic trainer taking key roles in supporting the students' recovery plans following a concussion and brain injury. We have supported development of unique plans in the classroom, recognizing the communication with the educators and athletic teams to support a student in the return to learn process, to manage all signs and symptoms of a concussion prior to addressing opportunities for a return to play is not only Iowa law, but supports the student in their overall health. Personnel should also keep documentation of the student's injury report and progress in the student's file to monitor progress and communication. These plans would not be successful without the support and collaboration of teachers, educators, and key contributors providing feedback on a regular basis. Thank you for your time today. Please visit iowaconcussion.org for additional information.